Welcome to the Boxcar Press instructional video on setting roller height, which is absolutely critical for printing well with photopolymer plates.
Rails stick out above the bed of the press on either side of the bed. Rollers run up and down the press on the rails, turning on steel wheels called trucks. It's very important that your rollers, trucks, and rails are all in good shape for you to have consistent inking. The rollers should be new, made out of rubber, and only marginally, if at all, larger in diameter than the trucks. The rolling action over time wears out the rails so that the rails become too low. This happens on all platen presses and is easily fixed by taping the rails to add thickness to them. Heidelberg's and C&P Craftsman presses aside, if there's not tape on the rails of your platen press, there probably should be. You can tell for sure by placing a type high gauge or a large piece of foundry type on the bed adjacent to the rails. You can rub your finger over the two surfaces to see if they're level. They should be. In the case of this press, the type high gauge is taller by about the thickness of a dime. So let's tape the rails. First, clean the rails of any debris with a quick drying solvent like type wash or acetone. Then, apply strips of tape to the rails. We're using nylon strapping tape here because it doesn't compress much over time. Then we'll cut the tape to be the same thickness as the rail. Cut it beyond where the rollers stop. Let's take a measurement with the roller gauge, which is a type-high cylinder at the end of a long stick. By pulling the cylinder under the roller, we can determine if the rollers are the right height. A wide strip, over 3/32 of an inch, is too thick. After one layer of tape, our stripe is still 1/4 of an inch, so we need to add a bit more tape for the rollers to be at the right height. 5 layers of tape later, we pull another stripe on our roller gauge, 3/32 of an inch. This is perfect. We'll make sure we get the same reading at all points on the press bed before we start printing. On the Vandercook press, roller height is a bit different to adjust, but it's easily done. We'll demonstrate this on the Universal press, and this method also works on the SP series of presses. First, remove any form from the bed of the press and clean the bed surface with a dry rag. Roll the carriage forward until the form rollers are at the center of the bed. Pull a stripe of ink on your roller gauge. Here the stripe is again too wide, about 1/4 of an inch. Lift up the steel roller so you can access the black knobs at the end of each form roller. Turning these knobs changes your roller's height. Clockwise raises the roller, counterclockwise lowers the roller. Loosen a 1/4 inch locking bolt on the side with a small open-ended wrench. Then the knob should be free to turn, in this case clockwise to raise the roller. Lock the locking bolt, then pull out your roller gauge to recheck the roller height. We'll again check each of the 2 rollers twice, once on either end, to ensure that no further height adjustment is necessary. When all 4 positions measure 3/32 of an inch, you're ready to print.